Woohoo! Hey, welcome everybody to Hex Token channel. We are live with Melanie Allen. No, Melanie's not here, but we're live. Hope you guys are going to enjoy this session. And of course, welcome to the MrBeast fans. Welcome to Pulsechain, the biggest opportunity of a lifetime. And we're going to be talking a lot about that. Why MrBeast would love Pulsechain. So we're going to get into that. Hope you're going to enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and hit the bell for good times ahead. It's going to be a lot of fun. And let's just check the audio is up and running. That sounds good to me. And I had to talk to a producer, and there we are. Get into the chat, folks. We love a vibrant chat. So we're going to have get into the chat opening session, and then we're going to get into why MrBeast would love Pulsechain. That's our presentation. Then after that, we're going to get into Pulsechain, PulseX, and the Hex and Hedron price, and hang out for a community chat then. So I'll leave a timestamp at the end of the video. So after the live stream, so look forward to that. Let's get into the chat and say hello. We've got some cool people in already. We've got it's now Hex Token channel member, woohoo, and the foreman of the Wrench Club. That's for sure. Team 6, as we say. Taffrin's in the house with the money bags. Craig dropped in to say hello, woo, and a like and a good night. Nice to see Craig as always. We've got Hodl Generation in there. Woo! 17 more minutes too long. Well, at least that 7 minutes is over now, but I understand what you're saying there, Hodl Generation. Time is a funny thing. Jimbo Sticks is in the house, another Hex Token channel member. G'day. Hey, a quick question. Hey, what's with the shifty PLP tokens? Or am I missing something? Can anyone give me the info? Yeah, basically on PulseX, when people put liquidity in the pool, they get these PLP tokens or liquidity provider tokens or Pulse liquidity provider tokens. And of course, that represents your ownership of the liquidity that you put in. So maybe you put Pulse and PulseX into a pool, you're going to get some PLP tokens for that particular pair. And of course, what people are doing is they're actually trading them right on PulseX. And so, yeah, I don't know how often you'll see that, but that's what they're doing on PulseX there. All right, cool. Human Hex Traffic is in the house there. Life is great. It is good. It is good indeed, Human Hex Trafficker. Nice there with the emojis, got the rockets. Party's here. Hodl for PulseX is in the house. Party here. Yeah, so partying MrBeast today. Pulsechain, PulseX. We are partying with MrBeast. That's the time of a lifetime, I think. So we're going to check out for that. Hold on, the presentation's coming. Why MrBeast would love Pulsechain. We're going to get into that. Mr. Chowdy from India's in the house. Woohoo! Good to see Mr. Chowdy and Queef in there as well. Superman, hi everybody. Hope you guys have been doing well. Queef, another Hex Token member and awesome community member. Good to see you in the chat. James Bond is in the house. Woohoo! Oh yeah, back live streaming again. That's right. Hey, I was watching the last live James Bond movie, and I'm not sure why he had to pass on in that movie. It was a bit odd, I found. Lies Beneath says, hello, how are you all today? Good to see you, Lies Beneath, and hello all Hex and E-Hex, PLS and PLX for the win. I love that, Lies. You sum it up so well in your little comment there. SJ's in the house as well, saying hello. Good to see you, SJ. And James Bond says, didn't get notified for earlier live streams, man. I'm not sure why, James. A lot of people are saying that. Just double check. I guess you guys have hit the bell. Yeah, just YouTube. Who knows? Who knows? I could talk about that, but you know, it's just what it is. Woohoo! Hey, Brownie's in the house, another Hex Token channel member with the woohoos and the emoji. Nice. All right, let's get into it, folks. Here we are. Why would MrBeast love a Pulsechain, and why would MrBeast love Pulsechain? Obviously, if you're a big fan of MrBeast like I am, or MrBeast 6000 as some people might call him in the gaming, and then he is awesome, right? He's one of the very biggest YouTubers. We're going to get in and find out all about that. And I'm going to look at a couple of reasons why I think that he would love Pulsechain. And of course, crypto is the future, right? Crypto is the way to go. Everyone wants to get in there who's in the know. So let's get into it. And I hope you like my little thumbnail. I thought it was pretty jazzy. And of course, you see little Pulsechain eyes there on MrBeast. I like that a lot. And he's a super fun guy. So let's move on to there. We've got all these different tokens, of course, getting copied over onto Pulsechain. You can see them flying in there. It's a really pretty cool picture there. And of course, we're going to have a lot of fun with that. So this is the first, let's get into it. Where we are, MrBeast. He has 93.4 million subs on YouTube. He is desperately trying to get to 100 million subs. I mean, that's just kind of mind-blowing. That's like having the population of a large country. It's pretty amazing. 93.4 million subs MrBeast is representing. Now, he does a lot of large-scale, what do you call it, games and pranks and things like that. They're kind of not prank, a little bit of prankish games. They're kind of a mixture between that. And, of course, he is huge. So 93.4 million on MrBeast's main channel. You can see his latest videos here. You can see I've watched many of them. And, of course, he gets 26 million views on this last one here. 42 million on this view. 81 million views on this. I mean, this is the top of the line in terms of YouTubers. He's got a number of other channels as well. He's got 5 others. He's got Beast Philanthropy, and of course that's kind of like charity giving and things like that. And of course he's got 8 million subscribers on that account. He's got MrBeast Gaming, and of course he's got 26.8 million subscribers on that account. And of course he's a big gamer. I've been a big gamer in the past too. I particularly like games like Halo and things like that. So Eve and other games like that. He's also plays Beast Reacts there, 16.7 million. And Beast Reacts, I've watched a lot of those. They're pretty good too. And of course, MrBeast Shorts there, 13 million on a Shorts channel, and MrBeast 2, 5.78 million subscribers. So huge YouTuber. And yeah, MrBeast in the house. And I'm sure he would love Pulsechain. So let's see why he would. Later, he's ranked number 9, a top YouTuber on Social Blade. Of course, that's a tracker of channels on different social media sites on YouTube. There he is, ranked number 9 here, MrBeast, and he's got an A listing grade on their measures. He's got 721 videos on his main channel. He's got 93.4 million subscribers, as I say. And look at this, he's got 15.3 billion views, folks. 15.3 billion views. It's a lot of views. MrBeast is huge there, 15.3 billion views. So pretty nice. Let's jump on to the next one. So we know that MrBeast is pretty big, and of course we're going to have a look. Now, MrBeast loves philanthropy, and it's a pretty tough word to say, especially when you have a bit of a stutter. But I don't have a stutter, but I feel like I do sometimes. Philanthropy there, and of course he is big on that. So he's got MrBeast Philanthropy there, a website. Of course, you can donate and things like that. Humanitarian aid, does a really cool thing. Now, he did a bit of thing about cleaning up the oceans. If you've seen that video. That's pretty nice that he's done there as well. So there is the website there, beastphilanthropy.org. Pretty cool. So he loves philanthropy. So we're just looking at MrBeast. He's really big. He loves philanthropy, and I think that's very nice. He also loves gaming, and of course he does that a lot. In fact, he not only does he game a lot, but he probably doesn't have much time to game these days, but he does make time for it to do his videos, I guess. But he also drops huge money to people gaming on YouTube games, Twitch games, things like that. He drops like 10,000, 100,000. He does all cool videos like that. It's pretty cool to see the reactions that people get those airdrops. Now, obviously, he's got a game. He's with one of his friends, Chandler here, and of course, he's got a big crew of friends that he does his videos with. And you can see MrBeast inside the games. It's one of his favorite games, of course. So he plays that a lot. All right, cool. That's MrBeast on the left there, having fun. And of course, we're going to jump over there to Pulsechain. So why would MrBeast love Pulsechain? Well, Pulsechain also loves philanthropy, and Pulsechain gave $27 million to the SENS Foundation. And of course, during Pulsechain's initial launch phase with the sacrifice, it gave raised about $750 million, and that included about $27 million donated in charity to the SENS Foundation for Long Life Research. And you can see on the right here, the SENS Foundation over here. We are building a future free of age-related diseases. So awesome stuff for humanity. And of course, as you saw on MrBeast's side, they're also doing humanity aid and of course water and all that sort of stuff, making the oceans clean. A lot of good things for people there. So Pulsechain's also got that sense of giving. Not only has $27 million been given the SENS Foundation, but also Pulsechain is the biggest free airdrop in crypto history. Now, this has got a qualification, and that basically means it's going to be the first system state copy of Ethereum, and therefore you need to have assets on Ethereum. That could be ERC20 contracts. Those are basically tokens for projects. They like Uniswap or Link or Shiba or something like that. Or you could have NFTs on there, 721 contracts, 1155 contracts, things like that as well. So like lots of artwork NFT, game NFTs, things like that you can have on there. They're all going to get copied over. So a huge number, over 500,000 tokens alone getting copied over, token contracts getting copied over. It's a pretty big deal. So it's going to be the first system state copy of Ethereum. This has never been done. The whole chain with every contract getting copied over. It is a big deal. And normally in the past, contracts, blockchains are copied, but they start empty. Not in this case with Pulsechain. And therefore, it's going to be the biggest free airdrop in crypto history to those who are already on the Ethereum blockchain. So just take that as the one qualification there. So you can see all the ERC20s, 721s, and 1155 contracts. It's going to be the biggest gold rush for price discovery. So people are getting all these tokens airdrop. They're getting a copy of what they own on Ethereum over on Pulsechain, but the prices start at zero. So they're of no value until Pulsechain launches and PulseX, the trading arm. And therefore they're going to get bid up. They're going to price discovery is going to occur, and the assets are going to get priced up by the market. So they start off at zero, but the market will then put a price on every single token that's on there. So it's going to be pretty fabulous. We probably expect maybe 5,000, 6,000 active traded pairs or tokens in the house. It's going to be pretty cool to see that play out. We're also going to have the biggest yield farm in crypto history on a Pulsechain, and that's through PulseX, the exchange. And of course, it's going to be the biggest exchange crypto history. That's basically going out and harvesting all the tokens on these on the Uniswap, which is the exchange on Ethereum, on SushiSwap, and many others. So it's going to be pretty exciting to see that. And that's going to offer huge passive income opportunities to people that provide liquidity, including farming, yield farming as well. So you provide liquidity and you get provide your tokens, LP tokens, put them in the farms, and you can earn more incentives. So you earn fees and incentives. Pretty cool passive income there. Obviously, that's subject to permanent losses, but hey, you don't forget you got the biggest airdrop as well. So you're getting a lot of that stuff for free, and of course that's super exciting. It's also going to have the fastest way to mass adoption. So after Pulsechain launches, maybe a day or two after it launches, a bridge is going to be opened up, and of course people are going to be able to bridge over assets from Ethereum. And of course, there'll also be multi-chain bridges through other chains pop up as well, and they'll be transferred over too. It's pretty awesome. So MrBeast would love this. It is pretty awesome. Charity, $27 million to the Send Foundation. MrBeast would also love the big free airdrop. Free. No catches except for the fact that you must be on Ethereum holding assets over there. They're the ones going to get the drop. But of course, the opportunity is for everybody. If you think about the price discovery, means that even if you don't own assets on Ethereum, you could come onto the blockchain. All you have to do is flick over add the Pulsechain network to your MetaMask, and you can start buying and selling on assets that are relatively cheap, and of course speculate on where they might go. So there's always opportunities, even for people not on the Ethereum, getting the biggest airdrop in crypto history. There's also the biggest price discovery in crypto history as well. And of course, you'll be able to speculate on that. And there's some good opportunities there, no doubt. So cool. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome stuff. So I know MrBeast would love this. It's free, and also helping the humanity as well from both sides, both financially through the biggest airdrop, and of course also through long life research, reducing human disease, things like that. So pretty awesome stuff there. The other thing, of course, is we talked about the fact that MrBeast loves gaming. Well, also Pulsechain loves gaming too. So Pulsechain is going to open up metaverses. It's going to open up games. It's going to open up GameFi, and of course that will all flourish on the Pulsechain. So at the moment, of course, Ethereum has a lot of games, a lot of metaverse, a lot of those sort of GameFis. GameFi means games and financial, decentralized finance mixed together. And of course, that's like lending being gamified, things like that. And of course, all that's going to be able to flourish on Pulsechain because Ethereum is expensive, and of course the fees are high, and it's slow transactions, things like that. But of course, on Pulsechain, it's going to be super fast and super cheap. And of course, you got for one Pulse token, which is the native token on Pulsechain, that's basically like the Ethereum, like ETH on Ethereum. You will be able to do hundreds of transactions. So it's going to be very exciting to see that, and super cheap. So there's no friction for metaverses. If you want to buy a plot of land in a game, it's going to be super cheap to be able to do that. You can sell that in a minute later for super cheap. You're not paying $50 to buy and $50 to transfer. It's going to be super cheap. So very cool for metaverses. Think of projects like Mana and things like that. It's also going to be very good for games. Of course, it's going to be able to make games very cheap. You're going to be able to buy maybe a sword in a game or a laser in a game. Very, very cheap. Be able to own that, transfer it, and you won't even notice that you transfer it. That cost you anything. It's going to be really, really cheap. So the Pulse is the native token on Pulsechain. A PLS is the ticker, and of course, it's going to be super, super cheap. On top of that, 25% of the fees are burned. So Pulsechain is going to have all of its tokens at the beginning. It's going to then just slowly deflate over time, helping to push up the price of Pulse. So that's also an opportunity for people to get involved in accumulating Pulse, and many are intending to do that. So pretty awesome. GameFi, of course, is going to be able to allow lending platforms and stuff like that that's been gamified, possibly with NFTs, non-fungible tokens, 721 contracts, things like that, to flourish as well. There's not a lot of lending issues. You can trade NFTs that might give you bonuses or boosters or yield boosters, something like that, or compounding. There's lots of benefits there. So very, very exciting. We can see here on Dat Radar, we've got the top 10 here for Ethereum in the gaming. And of course, all of these will be able to come over to Pulsechain and flourish, because Pulsechain is the first system state copy of Ethereum. So everything that works over there can work on Pulsechain, and all the projects have to do is just to accommodate the Pulsechain with that. So very awesome, and that's going to be really beneficial to all the people that are in these projects. And of course, if they've got particular tokens that are on Ethereum, they'll all be copied over to Pulsechain. So it's really just about making the interface, the game, or whatever they're doing with that work. So you can see really cool ones here: Miranda's Crypto Kitties, which is pretty famous, and of course NFT Worlds, Decentralized Games Frontier game, which is really cool. You can see on the right there, that image on the right there in red is from the Frontier game. These other games are just examples of games coming over, but this one in red is actually from Frontier game there. There's many more games, of course, and they're all going to be opened up. And of course, games that couldn't launch on Ethereum because of the high fees will be able to launch on Pulsechain now. So lots of new games will be able to come in from developers. So we should expect a lot of AAA games coming on Pulsechain. It's going to be awesome. Awesome to see that. So it's cool. Games, of course, and basically MrBeast will love games, or MrBeast 6000, as we like to say, will love these games. So very, very cool. And of course, you've got crypto, you've got Pulse using it, and many other project tokens. And of course, that allows people not only to play the game, but people can make incomes off the game. And of course, we know how big game playing and incomes are in the world. It's huge, ginormous. Right, so that's cool. That's what's going on there. Obviously, Pulsechain is super fast, and it's cheaper. It's fee burning as well. Also, it's deflationary and it's energy efficient. So there's no proof of work here. We've got big power plants, pumping out or supplying power to big servers to run it. This is proof of stake, and you'll be able to stake your Pulse with it. And of course, that's super energy efficient and climate friendly as well. So awesome stuff there. I think that's pretty cool. That is the end of the presentation, folks. If you're from MrBeast community, find out more in the links in the video description below on pulsechain.com. Play around with the testnet that's out at the moment. We're going to do that a bit later in the live stream, so you can stay for that. But do spread the word amongst the community out there, especially MrBeast followers. And Pulsechain's coming. And if you've got actually your own crypto on Ethereum, it's going to get copied, airdropped over. But in any case, there's going to be a huge opportunity to play games on a Pulsechain, and of course, speculate on Pulsechain projects as well. Invest in Pulsechain projects, and much more. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed that one. We can also look at the next website, of course, the PRC20 website. This is showing testnet values at the moment, but basically what you can do is it's prc20s.com. If you do own something on Ethereum, this will give you a little bit of an indication, bit of a teaser about what that might be worth on Pulsechain. But once again, this is based on testnet numbers. When the actual Pulsechain launches the mainnet, possibly as early as maybe 4 weeks away, possibly, then you will be able to see real values on there. So pretty exciting. So it's prc20s.com. Very cool. I'll post that in the chat, of course, if you want to check that out. Now the presentation is in the video description, so do check that out. It is in the video description, so very cool. So there's also obviously Dat Radar, and you want to check out some of the games that are on there as well. I know many of you are gamers, so I'll post that link as well. That is the same as been used in the presentation. You can see that it's filtered for Ethereum, and then it's filtered for games, and you can see all the games that are currently running on Ethereum. There's 23 or more pages, lots of games on there at the moment. So very, very cool. Some other games that are coming on, of course, that are in addition to what's already on Ethereum, that have the potential to come on, I should say. So the teams need to decide to come over, but obviously the tokens are getting copied over, is Free Pulse. And of course, that's going to be a faucet in there. And you can play a lot of games like lottery, prediction games, Crash, and other games like that. So freepulse.io. That's in beta at the moment on Pulsechain testnet 2B. Obviously, we're waiting for Pulsechain to launch officially, and that could, as I say, be as early as 4 weeks away. We've also got the Pulsechain, and that's coming up on there as well. That's going to be a pretty cool history game and as well. So that's looking pretty good. Pulsechain's history and characters and stories. So it's got a lot of cool stuff on there. That's pulsechain.com, and that's kind of following a story narrative. And we've also got Lathias.com, and that's through NFTs, and they're also doing NFT run, which is kind of like a storybook gamification there. So that's pretty cool. We also got this one here, which I think is really neat. Going to cover this in more full. And this is PLS Speak, as it were. And of course, this is going to be a Web 3.0 social platform. I think this is really exciting, to be honest. And I want to do a video on this, but it's basically you'll be able to have freedom of speech chats over there, discussions. So you're not being, it's no overlord. And of course, you'll also be able to trade on the most highly anticipated debate. So you'll be able to speculate and bet on politics, crypto, trends, sports, world events, etc. And I think that's a lot of fun. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to this. I'm going to cover this in more full. So there's some of the new stuff coming on. This is just a taste of what is going to flourish on the Pulsechain. It's going to be very, very exciting. So I hope you enjoyed that. That really is the end of the extended presentation. And just to give you a bit of a teaser of some of the stuff that's coming, it's going to be pretty exciting. All right, let's get into chat, say hello, and we're going to get on to the next one there. Let's scroll down. I just got to find where I was at, of course. PRC 20s, I think I posted all that on there. Let's get into the chat. I think we've passed all that. So Hex Token's in there, looking good. I think we're up to JS there. Hi, good, cool. I know we're past that actually. And Brownie's in the house. I think we got up to there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good to see you, Brownie. And D-Hex in the house as well. Hex at a discount. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, we're going to check out the Hex price shortly. I think it is certainly at a discount. Never heard of MrBeast. Please explain, says Brownie. Like I said, I think I've done that with the presentation. So it's pretty awesome. Lies Beneath the Truth. It's got the rockets in the house. James Bond says we must be close to Pulsechain launch. Can't wait. Woo-hoo. I think, James, we're very close. And I think it's going to all happen, and then it's going to be exciting. It's going to be super exciting. James says, I never heard of MrBeast. I got to get out more, says James. There's a couple there, Brownie and James, both getting a introduction to MrBeast, Mr. Famous MrBeast. Hex God Turtle says, is my number one follow. Nice, yeah, true. And lol, that's funny, man. How I Made It says, Beast is crazy famous with the youngins. Yeah, he's pretty famous there. I think he's about 23 years old, if I remember rightly. MrBeast is. We've got Mr. Faraj as well. Good morning to all. Love from India. Good to see Mr. Faraj in the house. In fact, I think we've both got the two other big communities from India there. Sandeep Chowdhury is also in the house. So big hello to those in Calcutta, India. We do really love the international community here. How I Made It's got a super sticker in the house. Copy on me today, Hex Token. Well, I've got to do the bow down to the super sticker, so I appreciate that. How I Made It. That's a pretty cool. And yeah, I'll have to pick that coffee up tomorrow, though. I think it's down under here where everything closes kind of early. So we're not quite that bad, but yeah, I think the coffee shop's probably closed. In fact, yeah, probably. I have to go to some special coffee shops, of course. That's just the way it goes. David Morales is in the house as well. Another super sticker too. Thank you and all the other streamers. Cheers, PulseCon 2022. Absolutely, David. I got to do a bow down as well to David. This is how we roll on this channel. If you become a Hex Token channel member, we'll give a super sticker. I've got to do the honors. It's just the best way. It's better than words, I think. Better than words. And of course, thank you very much, David. I think PulseCon 2022 is going to be amazing. We were covering it yesterday live when the early bird tickets were ending. And we just happened to be live streaming at the time, and we watched that tick over. In fact, we'll probably bring up PulseCon later on to see what the new ticket prices are because they hadn't updated immediately after the clock went off. But I said it'll probably be a couple hours later, and the team would update those. Very awesome. So if you're not familiar with PulseCon 2022, hold on to that. It's going to be huge in Las Vegas. It's going to be open to all crypto projects. I think we're going on the Pulsechain. And of course, the big announcement yesterday was Shiba coming, one of the very biggest communities. In fact, one of the most engaged and highly passionate communities in crypto, 3 million strong. I think there's 1.1 million wallets on Ethereum. It's a pretty massive community in crypto. Also, one of the best performing cryptos as well in the crypto boom. Ranked at about 15, 16 place there, so pretty big. Thanks, David, once again. Appreciate that from both Super Sticker people. I love it. Lies Beneath's got the marks in there as well. And David says coffee and beer. Yeah, coffee and beer. That's it. How about coffee and donuts? Even though I'm not allowed donuts, just be on this training regime. But that's just the way it goes. Coffee and beer. That's pretty funny. It's down. It says just got back. What I did miss. It says it's down now. I don't know. You missed the presentation pretty much there. It's now. I think you missed the presentation. Way to get to go. Woo-hoo. Awesome stuff there. And Hot All 4 says Pulsechain going to hit beast mode. I think so too. And of course, if you're out in the beast follower community, get out there and spread the word. I mean, this is super exciting. And people have to make a living out there. Inflation's really high. And of course, you want to be in the best and greatest thing. You want to get a look at some of those opportunities on Pulsechain. Biggest airdrop, biggest yield farming, fastest way to mass adoption, price discovery. It's going to be a lot of fun. So a lot of opportunity there for sure. There's going to be lots of DeFi projects, lots of GameFi, and it's going to be really, really good. Also, we got Asnana says, hey. We got the Pulsechain says launching on the day RH called Bitcoin top. Haha, that's true. That's probably true there, Pulsechain. I think you might be right there. Hex God Tiddle's in the house. Woo! Nice to see Hex God Tiddle as well. And had a nice chat, quite a brief chat there on Twitter as well. Hardy Land says, woo, just a question out of the Hex space. What is your theory about Satoshi's? RH mentioned him a lot. Yeah, the founder of Satoshi. Well, no one knows who he is. I think Richard thinks that he's passed on. Was it Craig Wright has claimed to be Satoshi. They hunted a gentleman in Japan who kind of has been turned into NFT meme coins as Satoshi. And I think there's been one or two others as well. Craig Wright, I think at least if he doesn't seem to be have proved himself to be Satoshi, but I do believe that he was probably in a conversation with them in the early days. I think he was at least associated in that team, original team that Satoshi used to write emails to, I think there's kind of a big backstory to that. It's quite a big topic. So I want to go and investigate that. Quickston House says, I wonder if the launch is, or some people say that maybe Richard Hart is Satoshi. That's the other thing, but I don't think so. I think Richard would laugh at that himself. Quick says, I wonder if the launch is going to be the end of June. That would be the halfway point of the year. It kind of seems like something Richard Hart would do maybe. Well, I think he said earlier as soon as he can. I don't think he's mucking around, earlier as soon as he can. He also will likely be out before ETH 2.0, even though ETH 2.0 is really about moving to a full proof of stake system. It's not as good as the validator one. Also, it's not the sharding is really the big key that's going to really help get the prices down on ETH 2.0. Hardy Land says, and what do you think about Richard Hart and the puppy chat starting his own country, Hextopia? Yeah, did he call it Hextopia? You're just saying question mark Hextopia. That's his end game there, but he's talking about an economic zone, starting his own country by an economic zone. So why not? Why not go do it? Obviously, as Pulsechain and Pulsex and all the rest of its success, the whole ecosystem is successful. There'll be so much working capital, or at least access to capital, that he'll be able to do more and more of that sort of thing. So why not? It'll be probably a zero tax crypto zone as part of the features there. I think it'd be pretty good. And I imagine there'll be some mad parties and cool poolside parties, as we say. Chris says the last RH stream seemed like it at least a month away. Yeah, I think we're all pretty in that camp. I've got the earliest date now at the 7th of May. But I was thinking of having a sweepstake on that, thinking about a sweepstake on the dates. I'm going to have a look at a website, see if I can get a website that does sweepstakes. I thought that'd be quite cool. Hex God for inflation reasons. Yeah, inflation, yeah. Well, they say, it's inflation 7.9%, but I think that if you based it on the old definition of inflation, it's like 15%, but it's probably even higher than that if you think about it. Excuse me. Joshua says you should do a live stream all day when mainnet goes live. Yeah, we'll probably will there, Joshua. There'll probably be a lot of streamers on though, like a lot. Like if there's 100 streamers, there might be 20 streamers on, 30 streamers on. I wouldn't be surprised. It's gonna be pretty busy there as well. Put a 72-hour stream on at launch. Is it's got to tell. Yeah. Francis Franklin says, "Hey man, good to see you, Francis, as always." And I like your name, Francis Franklin. That's kind of got a good ring to it. Brownie says Hex to 9 cents before PLS. Seems like that, Brownie could definitely challenge the 9.3 cents again at this rate. It is a bit weaker than I expected it to be, but there we are. There is a so I was going to say there has been a shark selling. A shark has been selling Hex down, and someone posted that on Twitter about 9 hours ago. So I think they're out now. I think they're finished. They've got tons of T-shares. Like obviously they're being a shark. I think they've got 27,000 T-shares, but they're further out. So I'm not sure why they're selling at this particular point. Maybe they're going to speculate on Pulse, selling some Hex for Pulse speculation. I don't know what they're doing. Who knows? So there we are. You analyze projects, says Francis. Well, we review the projects. So yeah, if I like it, I'll say I like it. But most of the time, I'm just reviewing the projects. Who's your top 3 Hex streamer, Hex token? Well, I think it's changed now. Our top 3. I think my top one. I used my favorite one, and I still probably think it is. I think my favorite is Wave 3. I think out of all of the streamers in the Hex Pulsechain, PulseX, but then he doesn't stream that often, especially lately. But probably your Wave 3 TV. Who else do I like? Big Pep used to be one of my favorite, but he's not in my top now. But I still really like him. Who else do I like? That's a good question, man. I like that question. Make me think about it. That's for sure. Let's see. I should know. Let me just have a look through the list, just to remind myself of all the people. I've got a good list of them. I mean, this is excluding Richard Hart, of course. Excluding Richard Hart out of this. I'm going to go through this. I'm just going through this list here. Randy Alaski. Randy Alaski's in there. Would be in my top 3. Randy Alaski's got a lot of experience in crypto. He's been participating in a lot of crypto promotions and projects. He's got a real nice balanced view on crypto. I like the way he thinks. So yeah, that'd be 2. So Wave 3. What did we say? Wave 3, Randy Alaski, and I'm just trying to find my third one here. I don't know. It'd be a toss up for third place. Would be a toss up between David Feder and Hodl Dog. I think. So I think so. Unless I remember somebody else, that's probably my list. That's not bad. I like that one. That was a good one. Good question. Anyway, J-Man's in the house. Woo-hoo-hoo! Nice. And what is that shark biting its own tail? I don't know. I do not know Hodl 4. I don't know at all. Anyway, so let's jump over to the Hex price. We've got a little pump on. Woo-hoo-hoo! We tried to pump the price on this chat, that's for sure. And we tried to pump the price. There we are. I've got to lose it there. Pump the price. Go up and to the right. There we are. Cool. Hey, there we are. So, we try to have a green candle every time we do a live stream, right? Can't remember what it was with the last live stream we did. I think it might have been a red candle. I'm not sure. It was earlier today. When was it today here? 11:12. Oh, no, it was a big red candle. Was it? Yeah, it was a big red candle. Last time we streamed, so that didn't work out. Queef says your streams should pay per view. Says Queef, nice one there, Queef. Yeah. Easy work, easy money, something like that. Hardy Lan says you should start a special Hex token with bets when Pulsechain is starting. Everybody puts $10 in the pot, and the winner gets it all. Wouldn't that be funny? Well, it's kind of like a sweepstake. I have been thinking about a sweepstake, but I was just going to think about maybe doing a giveaway or something like that, or people could participate in like they don't really want to take in funds because then kind of like people have to trust you and all this sort of stuff. So I don't want to go through all that, even though I'm a 100% trustworthy dude. But it's just like maybe we could have a donate one or something like that. But I want to set up a sweepstakes site, even if I end up giving some crypto away free or something like that. I just want to do something fun around it because I think it's going to be fun. So I'll just look and see if I can find a website with sweepstakes. But feel free to let me know if you know of one. Wouldn't that be funny? I am in, says Hardy. Well, we've got one person. We've got you and we've got me who's going to be in the sweepstake. That's probably it. How Matt says Wave 3's voice sounds like Bill Gates and Kermit had a baby. That's hilarious, man. Gen Hex isn't a fave. Gen Hex is a fave, but you said my top three. Gen Hex has just started. I love Gen Hex, but he's just started. Greg says K4K. He's got all the great numbers. Says Greg. K4K is good, but it's okay. Francis is in the house with the hearts. Nice. And Liz Beneath says, well, I just got more Hex. Can't resist the price. Well, nice one there, Liz. Very cool. Maybe it was you that pumped that little green candle there, Liz. Congratulations. Anyway, you're going to copy on the Pulsechain. Yeah, love Randy. He's smart and well-spoken. Yeah, hey, Matt. That's a good way of describing. I really like him a lot. I like Motley and Crypto Heartbeat. Yeah, both are really cool. Motley and Crypto Heartbeat, really cool. I was going to say there was who was someone else. I do like Kareem. I like Kareem a lot. I think I like Kareem when he's talking about hex staking. When he talks about hex staking and like max staking, I like it when he does that. So I like that when he gets into that sort of hardcore stuff. And you see him actually at like the crypto Sparbook presentations, and he goes for it, man. He just guns that out. I do really like that from Kareem. Kareem the Dream. There's lots of good content creators out there, are doing a lot of great stuff. Just picking up a couple that I particularly like is probably the way I put that. Queef says, do you think Richard Hart actually buys the expensive, useless stuff for marketing, or do you think he just likes to flex? Hope the RH isn't watching now. I think he does it for the marketing, but I think he likes a lot of the stuff too. And of course, I think he probably enjoys just going to the stores. And, it's a bit like, have you seen, what's the movie? Pretty Woman. You've seen the movie Pretty Woman, where the billionaire Richard Gere goes into the shops in LA, and he's just so wealthy. He just goes buy. His shops are expensive, right? There's the stuff that's in the shops are expensive, and he just goes get her whatever she wants and all that stuff. It's kind of like that. Richard does that. He goes in and he's probably got gold cards and stuff like that, and you know how he does. It's a true X-Flex for sure. I'd like to see that. I hope they put that in some of the highest stake stuff. Him going into Louis Vuitton, and I bet they have him going in Louis Vuitton and doing the pretty woman scene. That'd probably be it. Matt, it says, he said many times for marketing hashtags to troll more viewers. Yeah. Rogella's in the house says, okay, I found all my sacrifice points, Pulsex, but how I transfer those points. Minimask, thank you, Macho. Rogello, the mainnet's not launched yet. So what happened is you would have, if you didn't get it in the first version on version 2B, it didn't show up on Pulsechain, then when you do the search. So if you go to Pulsechain, you post your address in here, and you don't see your tokens in there, then you really have to wait for, you'll have to wait to the new airdrop. Either we have version 3 or we wait for mainnet. If we go straight to mainnet, then your tokens will be automatically in your wallet on the blockchain. You'll just have to add the tokens to your MetaMask as well as the Pulsechain, obviously, to the networks. You won't be able to do anything like that. It's now says, who here doesn't trust you, Setman? I don't know. It's now no. I was just saying, you get that sort of drama about stuff like that. Hex God Turtle says, it would be cool to see who can get the closest to guessing PLS or PLSX day one close price. That'd be cool too, actually. Yeah. Well, that's kind of like this site, right? This site's kind of a little bit like that. It's going to be able to trade on the world's most highly discussed topics, so you'll be able to do things like that. But of course, this will be after Pulsechain launches. That's kind of a mute point. I'm going to look for some sites, see if I can find some good sweepstakes sites. Maybe we'll do the Pulsechain date. Maybe we'll do the price of Pulsex on, I guess, Are we going to do the first day after the bridge, something like that? Maybe the ratio, we could do the ratio on day 1, 2, something like that. Let's have a look, see if you got some ideas on that. I do like the idea of a sweepstake, though. My mate says, do you think Kareem likes men? He's well dressed and can dance. Probably. Who knows? No, I'm just kidding. He's a man about town. All I'll say about that is how I made it. He's a pretty smooth, cool guy. He dressed as well. Griff says, I think he'll have a better marketing. Not doing any designer stuff, though. There is no denying he is extremely wealthy. Let me go back to the Hex price there. Sorry about that. I accidentally jumped off the Hex price. Hex price through. There's no denying extremely wealthy with or fancy clothes and watches stuff. Yeah. Bye to censorship and gatekeepers and more personal sovereignty once mainnet is live. Absolutely, Joshua. Very good observation. Cookies and Crypto's in the house. Cheers. Hey, good to see you, Cookies and Crypto. Man, we're getting a really cool crew here in the chat. I really do. Getting some cool people in the house. Creep says, I trust you with my seed phrase. No, you do not, Creep. Keep your seed phrase to yourself. I get what you're saying. That's hilarious, man. I trust you with my seed phrase. That's crazy stuff. Hodl4 says, day 1 closing price is 0 and the AMM bot isn't running on day 1. Says Hodl4. Well, I understand it's going to be running pretty much straight away before everyone else gets access to it. What else we got there? Hex Token, great, let's go. I'll make you the graphics ads for this, says Hardy. Yeah, well, I'll definitely look at that today. Look at a sweepstakes site that we can find that's going to be cool. And we can think about the winner, prizes for the winners or whatever after that. I'll just have to think about that. Francis says, I love Jesus. Nice. Woo! And Greg says, RH responsible for the RAM raid on the Louis Vuitton store in Auckland. Really? I didn't even know that, Greg. I don't watch New Zealand media hardly at all. It's just a pure 90% of the stories are just a propaganda. I just can't stand them. I watch international news. I hardly watch anything in New Zealand. I don't even know what's going on most of the time. So I didn't even know that. Didn't even know there was a RAM raid on Louis Vuitton store. But that is funny, Greg. That's very funny. I can only speculate who was doing that, right? I don't know if it's gang related or whatever. I know that's apparently been a big issue. J-Man's in the house says the market is trending downwards, probably good for Pulsechain launch, says J-Mark. Well, I don't know. I don't know if we want to be too low. I've been saying that I'd like this sort of half bear market. The market's got back over 3,000. Now, if we stay over, the thing is we can pop below these numbers, 40,000 and 3,000. But, of course, getting back on them, we can get back in them in the same day, 24-hour period. That's very bullish. So hopefully we can hold it there, of course. Yeah, that's not too bad. So let's go to the last month here. We can see the chart here. Now, if you imagine yourself 6 months in the future and you're looking at this chart, what would this chart say to you in the future? Because that's what we do when we look back, right? We look back at this stuff here and we would say, oh, that's going to go down further. Or is it going to go up? But of course, we've got a double top. We've got a high low here, but does that mean we're going to keep going up? So, pretty interesting. Let's look at the month on Bitcoin. And we will see that we're up here at 47.48. We're just at the 30th of March. We've come down the last 2 weeks here. And we were sitting up here at 43. Still looking okay. But, of course, once we came down here, this was getting really, really tricky because if we didn't make 50K, I said that at the time, when we were up at 47, we don't make 50K, we're in trouble. And we need to get to 48,500 for that. So that was a bit dubious. I think I said that at the time. And of course, here we are just trying to get back over 40. So if we can stay over 40 for the next 24 hours, close the day out, I think that's pretty positive on that. So cool. Let's look at the daily there and should show that up on Bitcoin. Yeah, so what did we bottom out at? We bottomed out at 39,356 and now we're back over 40K. Cool. Don't know if Luna's been buying. Let me check if Luna's been buying. That'd be interesting that they waited for a pullback. That'd be pretty funny. Got their Luna wallet member. I'm going to pull it up. I need to bring the URL over, actually. No, they haven't bought anything yet. No, they haven't bought anything on this pullback. That's weird, right? Isn't it? They either think that the price was going to keep going down once it went under 40. Maybe that's why they didn't do it. Ethereum's back over 3,000 too. That's positive. I don't really want the market to go down too far. If the market went under 30K Bitcoin, man, we're in trouble. That would go to full bear. That's not really that great for Pulsechain, in my view. yes, you can get bigger multiples on prices, but the fact is, if you haven't got a lot of people with a lot of assets and the market's going down, tanking into a full bear market, nah, man, it's all gone. I really would like it to, and Richard wants to launch as soon as possible as well. So I think that's probably a better play. The chain's operating well, 3-second blocks again. Probably 3 out of 4 times I've looked at this today, it's back at 3-second blocks, so it's positive. We'll probably get into this as well. But Hex here on a little push up here, thanks to lies beneath of us course, has helped to pump that. So nice. Francis says Pulsechain is coming. Woohoo! It is coming there, Francis. Lol says lies beneath. Yes, excited for Pulsechain, says J-Man. Me too. Lots of love there from Francis. I think the May the 5th. Yeah, that's a pretty good date. Obviously, if we get a sweepstake up, we can all put the dates in. So I'll try and get that work on that. Adilan says, did you explain the PLS speak, how much coins they give for the exact phrase, the ratio? And I missed it. No, Hardy, I'm going to talk about PLS speak in a different video. I'm going to cover that in a whole different video. I might do that tomorrow. I'll do a PLS speak tomorrow. I know that Ragged Riches did a video, I think possibly with the team. I haven't actually watched it, but I did see it earlier posted. So I'll try and watch that too. Jimmo Sticks in the house with the emojis. Love it. You've got the Hex token. Nice. And lies beneath also in there as well. My love for all, says Francis. Nice one, Francis. Appreciate that. Pulsechain could start a bull run. I think so too, J-Man. The biggest price discovery in crypto history on Pulsechain. Start a bull run. That sounds like good to me. And I think that's pretty positive as well. That's why I want these asset values to stay up at a reasonable level, because that value will transfer. A lot of it can transfer into Pulsechain. So that's why I really am keen for that. Earlier is better for the launch. And Richard's in the same camp. He's already said that he's going to go early. He's not holding it for a bear market cycle. I think he realizes that in terms of this, it might have been fine for Hex to get some big whales start to kick off that price back in 2020, but I think now for Pulsechain it's so much bigger. We know 5,000-6,000 trading pairs, active trading pairs. It could be huge. Could it be even more? We could end up getting, because it's so super fast and super cheap, we could have 10,000-20,000 active trading pairs on PulseX. Don't be surprised with that, because a lot of projects on Ethereum have been priced out and not working properly in many cases. So yeah, definitely is important. We've got Hedron at the moment. Hedron at 1682. It's testing my 1700. Remember, I said 1700 was probably, if it got down to a 78.6 Fibonacci at 2000, then it could go down. It always overshoots that mark, right? So 17,000 was it. That's where it's at the moment. It's at 1682. It's teasing that support line. If it's an 80% pullback, it's going to go to 1400. I think 1450, maybe 1400. And if it's a 85% pullback, that's back to 1,000. That's unbelievable. But hey, this is crypto. We've seen this before. The all-time low, of course, is 553. 553 on Hedron. So we'll see. Regardless, I still think it's a pretty good dollar cost average zone to pick up between 500 and 2,000 for the long-term play. Especially when we're pre-Pulsechain, we're in the quiet spot. The market's obviously doing its thing. We're still getting, sharks selling some stuff out. Like today, we had a shark earlier. I wish I'd pulled that up on Twitter, but I haven't got that here, and so forth. I actually test the whales. I don't know if the whale bot might show some of that stuff. Let me have a look. 4 hours ago, we had 1.8 million sold. I think it possibly might be related to this one. We had 2.2 million bought 6 hours ago. And stuff like that. So there's stuff going on. I've got to really sign into this thing, but I'm trying to keep this computer as anonymous as possible if that is a reasonable thing. All right, cool. So yeah, Hex on a little green pump there. Hedron is down at really down at that bottom part of the range. We'll see where it goes from here. Crypto's making a bit of a rebound. 3,000 ETH, 14,000 BTC. It's got to hold. It's got to hold over it on a 24-hour basis. That's typically the rule. And hopefully it makes that. The testnet's running really nice, 3-second blocks. 27% is the index on Explorer. And of course, PulseX is doing its thing at the moment. So nothing new here, I don't think. I don't think we've got any pools. Sometimes it'll just be luck of the draw if they pop up. There is no PulseX staking pool at the moment. So that's the case. It is finished. So if you had stuff in there, you do need to unstake that and take your PRT incentive tokens with you. The incentive, the info, of course, here around PLP. Someone asked that. I talked about it verbally. The PLP, that is, people are trading their actual LP tokens. We've got Pulsechain LP token here being traded, and of course you can do that. If it's in your wallet, you can trade that token, and so forth. So cool. 101 transactions actually. So hey, people are having fun with it. That's what they're doing. You can view that on Pulsechain too. Let's have a look at on Pulsechain, the LP token. So Pulse LP, liquidity provider tokens is kind of your ownership tokens of the liquidity. So if you go into the trade and you add some liquidity in the liquidity tab, you will then get LP tokens. They'll be sitting in your wallet. You can see that on my wallet, the test wallet we've been using for all our tutorials. You can see that we have a number of LP tokens, PLP, what else? PLP. These are different liquidity pools. So those three are actually the liquidity pools that we've got the farm. So once this pool, once this pool, once this pool, you get LP tokens providing these two pairs in the liquidity pool. And of course, that because they're tokens, you can trade them, right? You can trade them, and that's just the way it goes. So we're going to jump onto that token there, and we can see this is an ERC20 token type. Okay, so ERC20, and I'm also going to here. I don't know if the token's in here. I thought they might be able to search for that. I thought you'd be able to search for token type. Let me know in the chat if you can actually search for token type. Very easy, because it doesn't seem to be the case. Let's have a look for loan token. See if we're there already in the house. Loan drops there. Loan token. There are a couple of loan tokens, but I don't think they're the ones. No, I was just trying to sneak peek there. Cool. So that's kind of the highlight there at the moment. And of course, we've got these new links that came in. I think the last 24 hours, the bridge and the PLS there. You can actually go to those directly now from Pulsechain, which is pretty cool on those ones. Now I was going to talk about something else. I'm just trying to remember what it was. Oh, Pulsecon. We're going to go talk about Pulsecon. Let's get into that. I've got a couple of comments though before we do. Hex Token says, have you ever had a guest or been a guest on other channels? I think it would be awesome. Okay, so I've had KG has been the only guest I've had on the channel for Internet Money. And I have been on Gen Hex panel on the first day, I think. So I have been on those two Hex. I will do more. I've got I'm lining up a special show that no one's done yet, so that's coming up. So that's going to be fun. It's always cool to do something that people haven't done. So I've got a special guest for that. That's going to be really cool. You guys are going to love that. It's around Pulsechain. I think you're going to love that. Someone has been very innovative, and I think I wanted to talk to them about getting on there. So once they confirm that, that's coming up probably for Thursday. So 2 days time from here. Yeah, there's probably one or two other sessions I'm trying to queue up too. So we'll be doing more interviews and stuff on this channel, just as we, as we grow. So cool. 14th of April there. Let's have a look here on the tickets, and I don't want to get out of there. So cool. Let's have a look on this. We've got the prices up the top here. Here are the new prices, folks. Woo-hoo-hoo! So the prices have gone up there. Hit the like, says J-Man. Absolutely. And 14th of April would be nice, says Jimbo. What's the 14th of April? I'm not sure. 12th of April would be awesome. It's now. What is that about? What do you got? You're talking about dates? I'm not sure what that's about. Vids on your channel. Interesting vids on your channel. How I It says, do you think the incentive token should have a proposal as in buying staking incentive would get you discounts on trading fees? Otherwise, this token has no value. Why would anyone buy and hold? Yeah, well, we're still wondering whether there's a bit more gamification around that, how I made it. So let's wait and see. I agree with you on that. It's kind of like the last mile token, and we'll see whether there's anything around that. Or kind of how BNB used to reduce trading fees on their centralized exchange. True. Jim, have a look at the other LPs, says Jimbo Sticks. Really? We did look at all of those. Oh, you want me to look at them in the wallet? Let me have a look at these ones. They're on the testnet here. Let me just go into the token there. You jump around, bam, bam, bam. I looked at the Pulsex one. There's the Pulsex one. Is there two? I hope there's not two Pulsex ones. Oh, there's a Pulsex one too there. Oh, I'm not sure what that is. That's weird. Wait a minute. There'll just be possibly different trading pairs. Will be the one. There's a third one there too. Three there. I have noticed this before. That's why I kind of thought that there were. I think that's. Let's have a look here. 11 cents PLP, CCD9D, and 51D7. So they're definitely different. They're definitely different contracts there. So yeah, I'm not sure the origin of those. You see 220. 631. So I'm not sure the difference between those two, but hey, nevertheless they're being traded on there. So cool. That's probably as far as I know. Go there with that one there, Jimbo Sticks. Best guest ever says it's now. Who was that? Who was the? I've only had one guest. KG, he was a good guest though. It's now. I don't know. And I talk a Discourse Syndicate sometimes. Right, yeah, Discourse Syndicate. They're very good. The other thing I was going to say, I do like Cabana Crypto. I think he's just a cool guy. Just one of those cool guys. I think I've said that before. Mainly at launch, I was looking at the 14th. Some chance now. No. So yeah, I think late April would be a real surprise to the upside. I think we're looking early May at least for Pulsechain launch. Bam, 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 bam. Bam. All right, yeah. So look at the tickets here on PulseCon. $625 now for silver. This was $555 if you remember. $555. Early bird is gone. We watched that yesterday. $625. And the gold here was what was the gold again? Gold was Twitter. Twitter here for Las Vegas. Yeah, the targets here. So here it is here. So 555s were sold out, and 955 was sold out. 1755 was sold out. There's the platinum ticket, and the VIP 5555 sold out. So far, this VIP, this is the second tier. So we just started. It's like the second day or first day or whatever. 60% sold out already. 20% sold out of that already. 20% sold out. That's selling pretty fast. So pretty impressive. Now they're looking up to 3,000 people going. So this is a pretty awesome stuff here going on there. And you can see 10,020 on gold, 1825 platinum, and 555 VIP. Is it still the same? Oh yeah, I guess it's still the same. 555 for the VIP, but 1825. What was it before? 1755. So the silver, gold, and platinum have all gone up, but the VIP is still 5555, which is kind of cool. I like the VIP. You got dedicated concierge. You got amenity delivered to guest room. I like that. You got a round trip limo transportation between the hotel and the airport. And what else? You got the VIP seating, of course. So pretty nice. VIP hospitality lounge with the security. So it's got some really cool extras on there. The platinum, of course, has got a stay at 3 nights at the Hilton. And what else? It's got the nightclub party, food and beverage, platinum seating during this general session. So some seating privileges in the platinum and the VIP. What else we got here? Access to hospitality lounge there. That's probably a nice little access there. So you're paying a bit more than silver for the gold, but you're getting access to hospitality lounge there. I should probably increase the font size for that so easy to see. So yeah, it's got some cool stuff there. Nice. So that there is what's going on. Tier 3 coming up. So I'm not sure how long Tier 2 lasts for. That's the question. Not sure if there's a countdown to the Tier 2. There's 146 days to go until PulseCon is on. And that's the 6th to the 9th of September in Las Vegas. So yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, the big announcement yesterday was, of course, Shiba coming. That's really cool. And I am looking to add T-Money on Hex Token channel here. So looking to do a live stream probably on the 15th. So that's only a couple of days away. So T-Money probably be my next guest. I'm pretty sure it's T-Money coming on. So that'd be cool. So we'll have more guests coming on the channel. And yeah, cool. And there's still 15% off. Remember, if you're gonna get the ticket, if you're gonna get a ticket, make sure you get that 15% off. Don't miss out on a 15% discount if you're going to book. You know, don't that'd be just not cool. You know. Oh, here's the link as well. Nice. So that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool stuff there. So check that out. That is PulseCon. I'll post that in the chat there in case you want to check it out in detail. Bam. And Hex God says, I meant you're on Gen Hex, man. Really? I meant you on Gen Hex. Oh yes. Now what's that link? I'm not sure what the link. Funding gym stats. Let's look at that. Let me pull that up just a moment. All right.
Introducing speech alarm. The most.
Got to see what that tweet is there. Bam and boom. All right, we'll go have a look at that. That's from Funding Gym. Interesting. So is Pulsechain PulseX is from Funding Gym, our famous billionaire liaison, we like to say, and he's talking about it's going to be listed on Binance. Do a Google search and comment below. Hexkins, Pulsechains, DeFi, cryptocurrency, Pulsechain, Binance. Well, that would make make good business sense for Binance to get Pulsechain on. Like I say, any exchange that's not going to put Pulsechain on is a bit crazy. So yeah, that's cool. Thanks for the tweet there, Hex God Turtle. Much appreciate that. Interesting, yeah. I saw that last month on CoinMarketCap. It's now right. I was going to say that if we actually look at CoinGecko, we actually see on the exchanges. We go to the exchanges here. I think I counted out. I don't think OKX is going to be the one. I don't think Binance is going to be one, even though Funding Jim was talking about that. Crypto.com seems like a reasonable one. Coinbase, because Richard was talking about the big exchange and of course firing up the node. Let me know in the channel if you've heard anything in particular about the centralized exchange listing for Pulsechain that sounds particularly attractive. Like as soon as one goes, you're going to get at least a half a dozen going supporting Pulsechain. This seems likely. I think so. Crypto.com seems like a decent candidate. Coinbase, outside chance because the Sen Foundation went through there. I'm not really too familiar with the MEC Global. Hobie Global possibly. Qcoin seems a definitely good candidate too, like Crypto.com. So probably up in there. FTX is, I think Richard, was it FTX or it was FTX or OKX that Richard was talking about? He was not too friendly about it. I can't remember which one it was. Kraken would be cool, but I'm not sure about that one either. I think that's probably it out of those. Those are the big ones. So the top 10 have over $1 billion of 24-hour volume, at least on consistently. I think Bitfinex does too at times, and maybe a few of the others as well. So cool. Let me know in the chat what you think about that. Let's have a look there. I might as well leave this window open so that I don't lose the. I keep closing down this window so I can't get the copies there. Let's look on this. Bam. Right, this is CoinMarketCap. Thanks, it's now. Appreciate the links. Pulsechain, rank number nothing. Product is feature is untracked listing. Man, it's gonna be exciting to see Pulsechain on any of these index listings. That's gonna be cool. Here's some other because what is crypto faucet, yield Web3, yield farming, what is crypto lending, some cool ones. Cool. We'll wait for that. Looking good. Thanks for that. It's now. I've got to make sure I don't close that window just in case. No more links. Dinglewolf says, hi all. Hey Dinglewolf, good to see you in the chat. And sup Dinglewolf. And Gymnast6 says, what about Yobit? Lol. Yobit. Is that how far down is Yobit? Yobit. I'm not sure how far down that is. I'm not sure if that was a joke or Yobit's down here somewhere. I don't know. I don't even see it. It must be particularly small, yeah. I don't even know. I know Yobit, I just haven't been on it. Hey, cool. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, of course. And if you missed the presentation at the beginning, check it out. Of course, we've got this presentation in the house there, just why MrBeast would love Pulsechain. So check that out as well. And I thought I did pretty good on the artwork there. I don't know about what you guys think. That's kind of trying to step up my game there with the artwork, and I think it looks better. Cool. Let's go to the Hex price there. We're pumping now. 11.62 cents. We're back on the mend. Of course, we've got get up to 14 cents. We really need to crack that 14 cents again. So we need some big buying in the house, or at least a whole ton of small retail buying. Jokes. Sorry, Superman. Sorry, mate. That's a good Jimbo Sticks. When you're actually commenting on the live stream, sometimes you think that you don't, always see the joke, and that's the problem. Cool. So looking good there. Let's have a look at how we're doing. Don't forget to subscribe. We're 15 subscribers away from 3,800 subscribers. So we're trying to head up into the middle of the pack with the rest of them. It's going to be interesting watching that. It's going to be fun. Pulsechain's coming, man. It's going to explode in the space. It's going to be huge. Your game is definitely pumping, Superman says it's down now. Yeah, we're definitely pumping the game up a bit. And of course, community helps a lot. A lot of our regulars give some awesome contributions. Yeah, so we're going to probably look at trying to do a sweepstake. I think that sounds like a good idea. I just want to find a site that makes it nice and easy, right? That's easy to pull up and track, and people can see it. And there's no, I made this date and I made that date. Stuff like that. So I guess you can use Google Docs, some kind of Google Docs, but I'll see whether there's actually a nice free website that does it or something like that. Cool VIP, as we say. Chilling with the homies. That's what we say. Chilling with the homies. Scott McLaren's in the house. What is your prediction for PLX ratio pre-bridge? My guess is 4 PLS to 1 X. I think that's a pretty good one there, Scott. I keep having in my head this number 7. But 4 I think is a pretty good one. We can see that even on the testnet's just a testnet. But we can see that we're up around 3 at the moment, and if we look at the full chart, or at least the week here, I don't know what the monthly does. The month always falls over. Oh, finally the monthly, we've got enough data for the monthly chart not to fall over. Previously this was always falling over, folks, the monthly chart there, but now it's got enough data, it seems to be able to go for it. So yeah, we've got 1 pulse will get you 3 Pulsechains. So that kind of 4 fits in a ballpark there. Obviously, there's quite a big difference. Think about between 4 and 3. Now, my old thing was how much liquidity is in the ratios, like a PLS versus Pulse, and what particular trading pair as well. Because I'm expecting there to be, I expect at the beginning, obviously Pulsex and Hex to be big pairs. I think Shiba could be a decent pair too, for Pulse particularly. Obviously that's for pre-bridge, so I think that could be quite big. The other thing is, I think that a month later, 6 weeks later, this is not on topic now, I'm off topic, but is I think the USDL will be a big pair in terms of algorithmic trading stablecoin for ELS. I think that's going to be really big. So I see 2 or 3 big waves of in the Pulsechain launch. You know, we've got the ratio trading, but then we've got the bridge, and then we've got liquid loans. And I think that's going to make, and particularly around Richard Hart's tokens, right? So Richard Hart tokens, I think it's going to be a pretty big deal. So yeah. So yeah, I think 4 is pretty good. I have 7 though. I think, you know, it depends on how much is in the pool in terms of the ratio trading, you know, because we got the you know, formula x times y equals z. So you move around the tokens from one to the other, it's going to flick that ratio. But we're going to have big numbers in there, right? So I've talked about this. If we have, I think if we have about 7% of the public volume trading, then we could have, I don't know, we could have 1 trillion tokens, you know, maybe across the pools, but 1 trillion tokens, maybe more across the pools, and that might end up being like 300 or 400, and that's possibly pretty close on both tokens, and then it's like a lot of swapping hands. But I think that a lot of Pulse will be, you know, I mean, there's different people. Some people's got are going for Pulse and PulseX and Hex, and of course, if the ratio trades really in favor, man, there's gonna be a lot of buying the other way. But I think Pulse is kind of the first one that people are going to go for, and they're not going to let it go. I think there'll be some traders there, but a lot of people that will be buying Pulse, like ratio trading for Pulse, in my view, they're going to hold on to it, right? They're going to really hodl it. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see that. Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. I think Hex is going to do, P-Hex is going to do really well. I think they're all going to do really well. It's just a matter of when they do it. But I do think it's like the thesis is like Pulse first, then flow back into PulseX and Hex, and then maybe other ERC top ERC 20 tokens, you know, like Shiba, Link, Uni, and things like that possibly could do quite well. Is the way I think of it. So yeah, but ratio trading is going to be tricky at the beginning, and it's just going to have to wait to see how much is in the pools respectively, right? I actually want to do some stuff around that on the spreadsheet, so I just need to get time to do that, really. Big hearts there, nice Francis, and hearts, or we got green balls, I should say, green balls. And you always catch me off guard when you post the green balls after posting hearts, so it's always gets me off there. Does YouTube have to get a slice? YouTube, a slice of on, you're talking about the sweepstakes? We're gonna on a website, so not on YouTube. We'll just use a website to look at it. Is that what you mean, Nana? I think that's what you're asking. Cal says Polygon sitting at number 7. Oh, is it at the moment on this here? No, we haven't got Matic even on there. You're talking about the token on the token here? Let me have a look. Not sure what you mean, Matt. Polygon there. Yeah, Matic's not in the top. The Matic's down here somewhere, isn't it? Polygon Matic number 20, $12.37. Don't trade ratios, just DCA with new cash, not worth the stress. Yeah, well, I'm not trading any token, but some people didn't do Pulse, so they kind of got to trade if you think about it. But I would just wait till it settles down a bit. Probably wait till it settles down. You know, because if it's 24 to 48 hours, someone said 26 hours, but I'm not sure. I've never seen that. It was on I still haven't watched it, but it's on the French video. I still haven't watched it. I need to watch that. I need to write that down. I need to watch the French video. I'll try and watch that later. P-Hex says is going to do what E-Hex did. I think so too. It's the easiest way. If you missed out on Hex, I did a video on that. If you missed out on Hex, then obviously P-Hex, you could get in on that. And man, it's going to get priced up from 0. But I don't think P-Hex is going to stay around. I think it's going to price up real fast, man. But it's going to be volatile at first until it sort of sits at whatever the Hex split is. Yeah, we won't straight off the bat. We won't see. I don't think we'll see. I think we'll see some selling of E-Hex, but if there's no bridge, if you can't bridge it directly over at this stage, then there's going to be a bit of delay on that. I would have thought. People might sell the Hex into stables though, and then bring those over for the alternative. Hex Culture says Crypto GRFX is a new YouTuber. Good content on good content. Did video on stablecoins on PLS. Oh, nice, that's cool. Scott says thanks for the feedback. I'm loading up on eHex how to possibly buy Pulse and Pulsechain depending on the ratios. Cool. That's good, Scott. DeFi Llama total value locked. I'm not sure what that is about, Cal. Hardy says, I am always surprised how many Xkins missed the PLS sack and now trying to get PLS. Yeah, well, there were a lot of skeptics there, Hardy. That's probably why. And I didn't quite fully embrace it. That first time, and also doing the first time doing Sacrifice like that too was a little bit different. People didn't want to give up their Hex, and so yeah, I've heard people, well-known people did that, right? Not well-known Xkins didn't sacrifice for Pulse. So they'll be in that game. J-Man says ratio trading is tricky. I'm going to wait for the bridge. It's tricky, but it will settle down. It will settle down if there's a 24 to 48 hours. There will be periods where it will be more reasonable to assess its value, I think. But at the beginning, it's going to be insane. You don't really think that's the most dangerous part is the beginning and maybe the end even. Depending on how much notification with the bridge. What if the bridge takes 3 days? Who knows? I don't know. It should be up pretty quick, I think. It's working. The bridge is working. Greg said, choose buy and burn on PLX plus earning party, token chill and moon. That's right. Accumulate volume. That's probably the thing, and do it as safely as possible. That's kind of the lesson. Accumulate volume as safely as possible. And let the price go up and do its thing. Buy ETH on day one and some with PLS on launch isn't a bad deal. Buy ETH on day one and some with PLS on launch isn't a bad deal 2 years from now. I agree. That's true too. Go to rehab and talk for 6 months, then come out rich a lot. That's true too. There's a lot of true stuff there. Yeah, don't expect to stake PLX on launch. Looks like community gonna vote on party token to be listed and allocated for emissions. Well, the party token is just a placeholder for third-party tokens, but yeah, it's not going to be a staking PLX straight out of the gate there. But there's going to be so many projects that want to come on, right, and get involved with PLX. So cool. Yeah, I pumped out some emojis. I just had to do it. Sorry. J-Man's in the house. There is going to be a lot of different pools for Pulse, I do believe. Yeah, I think what we're seeing on Pulsex at the moment is nothing. It's absolutely next to nothing compared to what's going to be going on there, folks. It's going to be a bit busy place. I think that the one thing that you've got, of course, is you've got this. You got your favorite star with the star. You're going to want to have a nice list of your favorites on there. So I would do that. There's going to be so many trading pairs. I really would want to keep your favorites in play. So yeah, that's definitely a case there. Actually, where did I? So you got to trade. Let's see where they go to the buy and burn here. We're up to on buy and burn. We're climbing, we're chilling, but we're climbing 15.64 billion. It's not a lot there at the moment, so not a lot happening. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do that. I was going to buy something. Hey, look, remember earlier today in the live stream, I'm trying to get the $800,000 up to the $1 million challenge, and we're at 0.95 cents at the moment. So I was going to get Hex, remember? I was going to get Hex. But now I'm thinking maybe I buy Pulsechain. So what do you think? Let's put a poll. I've still got to buy this stuff, and let's get and see how we go. So look here. Which token to buy? 800k. And we got the Pulse. I think we'll put Pulse in there. We got Pulse 6. If there's a tie, I'll have to do another vote. You know how it rolls. Pulse 6, Hex, and I'm going to do one more. We're not going to do incentive token, party token, no. Kira, no. Algo's gone up again, 71%. We might put Algo again. We did Algo already, but that's how we got wealthy. But we'll put that in there. Bam. All right, those are our 4. Algo hasn't got much. We've got this subject to liquidity. There's got to be a lot of liquidity. I think we're okay with Algo. I think we'll probably be able to do that with 800. They'll pop up the price though. So let's get into the votes, folks, and which token to buy. We've got $800,000 sitting in our wallet and USDC. You can see it here. Bam, USDC. Bam, bam. And we started off with about 100,000. We've done 8x on that, yeah, we went to from 100,000 up to about 263. We lost 13,000 on liquidity providing, and that was a sad thing. We got 250. We had 253. I think we put 250 in, and then we made 600. So we jumped to 600. I was live at the time, and then suddenly the trade flipped in our favor. Don't know what had happened. But we traded that and we ended up getting 800,000, and now we're trying to hit the $1 million mark on the Pulsechain testnet. Let's see what our vote comes in the next few minutes. So cool. Let's see. We've got 8 votes in the house, folks. Let's go. We're trying to make the 200 grand. We need 200 grand. So 1 million divided by 800. 0.8, let's do that way, equals 25%. We need 25% gain to hit our million target. So we need 25% from one of these beautiful things. Hex at the moment, 95 cents. Now, if we'd done it earlier, we would have done that. We would have already made it. We would have hit it, but we didn't. Sad day on there. We were down here and we pumped. Someone pumped it. We would have made our mark there. What else we got going on here? Pulse X. Let's have a look on the price there. So that's just humming along there. Not the best chart, but possibly it's bottomed out a bit. Maybe we might get another pump on the Pulse X. And the Pulse there. Pulse is on the price chart. Sort of triggered off there too. Not a lot of movement there. And then finally, we've got Algo. Let's have a look at the Algo chart on the price. Algo price just moving along there too. I think we sold up the top here somewhere, didn't we? That's how we made all our money. We sold on this pump. I'm pretty sure it was this pump. So yeah, we've got a bit of room there. So cool. Welcome to PulseX Trading, folks, live with Superman on Hex Token channel. That's where we. I think we're on this channel. I'm sure, because we're doing 2 live streams. I'm sure we've tested the PulseX testnet on live stream. Probably 50 times more than any other streamer, I'm sure of it. Hex Token in the house with the rockets. J-Man says, looking forward to free airdrops for those that sacrifice. That's true. There's going to be, in addition to that, yeah, if you're holding Genesis wallets, you can get some nice little airdrops there too. There's going to be lots of benefits to Genesis holders. We saw that with Hex. We already see that Kira's doing it. We've got Kira. It's going to be airdropping to Pulse X and Pulse sacrifices. How mad it says, I would split it with PLS X and PLS into LP, pick the fees and then, we're trying to make it to, yeah, lol. All right, you got me with that. I got to read the rest of it. Pulse Goddess is in the house. Hey, Pulse Goddess, good to see you. Big hearts in the house there. James Bonson as well. Back just in time. Had to feed the cats. Feed the cats. James Bond's cat. Little cats. Morris Williams in the house. Hey, Morris, good to see you. Woohoo! Kia to you. Katoa. Kira Kotoa. Hex God Turtle says, as soon as you buy, I'm going to flip it. I bet you are, Hex God Turtle. That's funny, man. That's funny. You're going to wreck me. That's what you're going to do. Superman's going to make another easy 250K. Watch and learn, kid, says James Bond. That's classic, man. That's classic. You crack up. All right, so we'll go 1 more minute. So 1 more minute. We're up to 4 minutes, and we've got 19 votes, so looking good there. Got the emojis in the house there, and we've got some sense of humor in there as well. Leave that one up for James Bond. It was pretty funny. Yeah, I think they're all kind of near the bottom. Hopefully, we'll make a nice little gain there. I should have done the Hex when it was at 70 cents. These got big volume, so I guess who said they're going to flip it? Hex God Turtle. Well, there's some big volumes in there, so presumably you're going to have to do a bit of work with that, depending on how much you're holding there. Maybe Hex God Turtle is not really a turtle, but a shark. Let's refresh this. Yeah, we've got 1 minute to go on the votes. We've got 22 votes. Which token to buy? 800K. We are chumming here. So today's volumes too have pulled off too. So the total market volumes are pulled off. We're currently running today at 69 mil. Be interesting to see at the day finish 186 mil yesterday overall volumes. Hex is already in the green, so it's just down slightly, but we'll see. All right, so almost finished. Less than 1 minute to go. 23 votes. Let's go. Pulsechain and Hex are tying at the moment. Tying at the moment. Remember, there's going to be a game. Was it a game off or whatever? What do you call it? A race off? I don't know now. But it's going to be, if it's an even percentage, we're going to have to re-vote. So just remember that. Get out and vote. We've got less than a minute. It's about to close, so we might have what do you call it? A tie off? I don't even know what it is. A race off. What is it? Someone must know in the chat. Someone with some racing background. It seems like everything is dumping on testnet, says Creep. No pressure, says James. Yeah. Hex God Shark. Yum. Nice. Yeah, good one. Yeah, Hex God Shark. That's true. All right, we're coming up there. 27 votes. Pulsechain has pulled. How did Pulsechain pull away so quickly? We were at man. Pulsechain got slammed with votes. Is someone using multiple accounts? Is someone using multiple accounts? Pulsechain is taking it out there. All right, we're finished in poll. I'm going to end poll because we just finished 5 minutes. So it's going to pop up there. So we're at 27 votes and PLXX, it is 40%. Hex did it 29, PLS 22, and 7% on Algo. So here we go, Pulsechain. Here we go. Bam. And hopefully we've got a good value ratio on that. We've got PLX USD 175. It's one of the smaller pools there, but that's just the way it goes. Let's have a look here. We're going to trade. All right, that's funny, man. All right, so we'll flip that. I've already got 10 million Pulsechain. I've already got 10 million. We're going to buy a whole ton. So this 800,000, 784. So it's not very good rate there. USDC to Pulsechain to Pulse. That's the route there. Thought it was going to be straight to the USD because the poll was USD. So we're going to lose 16,000 to make 250. So we need to even more than 25%. Let's see whether we can wait for the ratio to trade a little bit here. Let's give it a little bit of time. We're going to get how many? We're going to get 875 million Pulsechain. I was hoping we'd get a billion, but hey, 875 million is not too bad. We could end up staking with Hodl Dog and Hodl Dog pool. He's got about 63 billion or something in Hodl Dog. Little validator. We could end up staking with that. We get stuck there though. We get stuck there it takes us 28,800 blocks to get back out if we want to do that. Someone's already playing. James says playoff says James. No, they got smashed. Somehow it just came in at PLX at the end there. I don't know how. I don't know whether someone used multiple YouTube accounts to do it or what. Just could get voted up there. We should all buy whatever Superman buys after him. Yeah, that's true. Let's hide it off. I just realized. All right. Well, it's a $16,000 loss. I think we'll go for it. It's not great trading. I wouldn't recommend losing 16,000, but this is what we've voted. So we're going to vote for that, and hopefully we will be on the winning side. I did note that the Pulsechain has gone. The ratio has gone worse. It was about 2.5 versus Pulse, and of course now it's 3 to Pulse. So hopefully we make on that on the US dollars. So there we go. We're going to swap. We're going to make a loss there. Price up, loss there. And confirm. Bam. And here we go. So we're in the money. We're going to lose 16,000 to make 264. That's what we're going to try and do. We've got the trade. Let's have a look at the trade. Oh, that's gone out already. The money's gone out. And the Pulsechain is in. Pulsechain is in. There we are. We did the trade. And let's go back to the trade. We'll look on that trade on the blockchain and pull it up and see how much we're going to cry, baby, cry. So 875 million is what we got. And cool. We actually transferred, we routed via PLS. So that's what we routed via. And we used USDC. So we would have been better off just if we'd gone straight to PLS, we probably wouldn't have lost anything, right? So let's take that into account. So we're going to take that money. Let's go to Pulsechain there. Bam. Let's go back to Pulsechain. We'll flip that around and let's value that out. So, okay. Well, it's already saying we're up 15,000 there. So we're already up 15,000 and now that's 800. So something's going on there. Someone's trading in the pool after us. Someone is trading in the pool after us. You guys are crazy out there, man. Too many traders in this chat. Too many traders. James Ross says this could be a life trading trade, up or down. Yeah. This is the difference between like buying a house, you know what I mean? Like obviously, I don't know. Houses are pretty expensive in New Zealand, so imagine they're expensive in a lot of places. But yeah, definitely is a big deal. But we're already up 15 K, it says, although we can only sell it for 800. So let's turn that to Pulse. Let's see what Pulse is on that. So, I had 10 million. Remember, I had 10 million already. So I got to remember that I had 10 million there. But anyway, we're up at 810,000. I'd have to remember to take my 8 million off there. So that would be 7,175.7. So we're still sitting at 801 then. Yeah. So we're sitting at 801. Cool with the Pulse. Not too bad. But hey, we'll see how we get on. We'll have a look at that tomorrow, eh? Have a look at that tomorrow because I don't think we're going to make it instantly. So they're very cool. All right, we're in for the money, $1 million. I'm going to have to do a video, right, about making $1 million on testnet. Now, some people hate that because they think it's real money when they see the video. And, of course, but really it's about encouraging people to use Pulsechain and attract attention Pulsechain, which is generally a good thing. So cool. J-Mon says what is called wrap PLS. Yeah, so wrap PLS is that it's wrapped, meaning it's put in a smart contract so you can move it around to another chain. Wrap PLS there. Not sure why they've sure why they put wrapped on that. I agree with you on that. I'm not sure why. Normally you wrap it because you're moving it to another chain. So it's supposed to be the coin on the Pulsechain. Did it help Hex God Tiddle? Says, did that help a lot? No? Did you do some trade there, Hex God Tiddle? Did you actually choose some trade? Because I haven't actually looked on that trade. I got wrapped. Here's my watch list. So this is your watch list. You get the watch list by making them your favorites. So we go to Pulsechain, hit the little star, and then I guess we go back to the tokens here. Now we've got the Pulsechain on there. We can just hit on that now and trade, and let's put that in there. 7 and delete that. Bam, and we're going to go to the currency. I guess we'll put Pulse on there. That's 800. We got USDC in there. Well, USDL. What will that get us? USDL. That's wrecked. We get wrecked with USDL, man. Is that really? Get wrecked. There's not liquidity there, eh? It's no liquidity. Mint. What do we get? Mint. We get wrecked on Mint too. No liquidity there. What do we get for ETH? We get super wrecked on ETH. So that's the wrapped ETH. That's the wrapped ETH that you bring over from the bridge. So if you're going to send ETH from the Ethereum side, that's what's coming over. ETH, that's the wrapped version. Let's go Algo. What's our Algo worth? Oh my goodness! Algo trade 876,000. Oh my gosh, that's good. I mean, it's not 264,000, but that's a gain of $75,000. That's pretty good. But it says red. It's gone red. Price impact 8%. So I'm not sure. That could be wrecked us. Minimum receive 127. How's it 1 billion? Is it? 127 million on that. $7,000 LP fee. Wow, $7 there. All right, cool. Let us have a look at what else we got going there. We're going to look at USDC. I was trying to look for that. USDC 789. Hey, I lost a bit of money on that. That's just the way it goes. USDC is showing loss, and let's have a look at SHIB. Let's do SHIB. 30,000. That's completely wrecked. So no liquidity there either. Right, cool. Quick says, did you see wrapped ETH hit like 1 billion a coin the other day? No, I did not. I did not see that. Pulse Dodge. Let's do Pulse Dodge. Yeah, I think Pulse Dodge is around there somewhere. I haven't got the token in there. Yeah, Pulse Dodge. 721,000. That's not too bad. I only get 2,760 Pulse Dodge though. Kind of sucks. But anyway, that's 721. That's not too bad. But yeah, that Algo looked like the best one. So 870, 875. And let's go to the info there. Let's go back to the top there. Let's go to Algo. $6 million there. 20 million liquidity. Up 38%. That was a pretty good call. But anyway, we're in Pulsechain. I think we helped pump the price there too. The price has gone up a little bit there. I think we're at 0008. That's cool. Hey, so let's put that in. I'm going to do a poll on that. Would you sell your PLS or PLSX for zero. All right, there's a poll up, folks. Let's smash that poll out. And would you sell your PLS or PLX for 0003, 0005, 11, 001, 100X? Get in there, it's sort of fun. Can't wait for the live tradings, says James. That's right. Can't wait for the live tradings as well. Yeah. But what we learned about here, you got to have some. If you got bigger money, you got to have some decent trading volumes. You need some decent liquidity. You need some momentum in the chart if you want to have things really move. I think there's pretty interesting prices at the moment on, even though it's testnet, it's just made up. There's pretty interesting prices on there at the moment. And yeah, that 0026, so 0.0026 divided by 0.0009 is 2.9x ratio. We got 10 votes so far. We got no one's wanting to sell for 0003 or 0005. You guys are hardcore. And this is the way it goes. Cool. It's 6:51 p.m. here in New Zealand. We're chilling it out here. Just watching the Hex price. Actually, let's jump to the Hex price here. Hex price is at 11.79, and I think we can thank Lies Beneath for kicking off that price movement in the chat there. Big shout out, Hardcore Hexkin, buying up that Hex there. So big hats off to Lies Beneath. We've got Hedron here at 1687, testing the very bottom of the range that I've been talking about on this live stream for some time. So that's intense. So cool. We got 1 minute. We got 14 votes already in the first minute or so. So pretty good. Hitting good on that poll. They only give you 4 options on the poll, by the way. If you're wondering why there's only ever 4. On the when I do the votes on the community tab, there are 5 votes, 5 options for the community tab vote. Next, Godwell says 10,000x. Yeah, well, I got 100x plus. So that's the plus includes the 10,000x. Yes, waiting for 10,000x, says J-Man. Yeah, well, that's what the plus is for on 100x there. I should have put like a million x. Really cool. That would have been silly, though. Cool. We are looking good. Markets, are they holding over 3,040? They, well, ETH is, but BTC's having trouble getting back over there. Get over there, you good thing. That's what I say. It's currently Tuesday here, 6:53 p.m. on the 12th of April, and we're chilling out with the homies, as it were. Yeah, this PRC20 site could be quite popular. I think they'll have to re-hook it up, as we say. I think it is linked just to this testnet, because I'm pretty sure that's all. We haven't got a mainnet yet, so that would make sense. We've got 6%. Hey, we've got someone income with the 0003. So it's kind of like a 2-3x, is it? Depending on what you got in. If you're a smaller retail investor. What's the whales? The whales are around about what, quadruple 04, I think, from memory. The top of the retail range was probably 0017. A lot of people got it for 0001. Maybe slightly lower, quadruple 09. So maybe 8. So yeah, that's probably the way to go. Iceman says, even so, I will probably sell only a few. When I'm on X, I will be good with staking or something. Yeah, I think it's a cool strategy just to accumulate volume as safe as you can. And I think that's a good play, and just let the price do its thing. If you're accumulating, if all the hardcore people are accumulating volume, and you got all these people coming over, that becomes relatively scarce. And I say that relatively so. If we get 100,000 people through the gate, then that's huge demand straight off the bat. So 17 votes in there, nice. And we'll probably close this poll off in a minute. We'll leave it open for another minute. Woo-hoo-hoo. Looking good. The DMG. Let's see if Richard's got any cool stuff on the moment. Let's get into that. See if he's got anything. I thought that was pretty cool from Pulsechain. I just noticed that Pulsechain needs more followers on their Twitter though. They've got 647 on there, so they need a few more there. So if you want to go follow Pulsechain, that's Pulsechain _ on Twitter. Go follow them and follow them because they. Let me copy that link there. Go follow, if you're on Twitter, that is. Go follow Pulsechain. Let's get those numbers up there. But cool. Yes, Godkill says, can you see who votes on what lot? No, I can't. No. The votes just come on. It doesn't show the votes. It does only gives you. I see what you guys see. As far as I know, I'm just clicking the ellipsis on it. Yeah, nothing. It just whatever you guys. It's anonymous, completely anonymous. Jonathan Capella says, I'm going to help so many people, says Jonathan. Yeah, it's so good. We've got such a good community like that, Jonathan. I mean, you're just an example of that, where so many people in the community, they do well and they pay it forward, and that's really quite cool. J-Man says, whales are going to get into Pulse soon. J-Man, you're so right, and I think a lot of people underestimate the fact that so many whales not even in Pulse, and of course, coming from Ethereum, coming from other chains. I always harp on about the yield farmers coming too. And of course, we see the institutional vehicles are opening up, not only for Hex, but they'll open up for Pulse as well. And obviously have diversify into Pulsechain offerings too. So it's coming. Just gotta be patient, that's all. And of course, ride out the lows. The markets always have big pullback. We're in that at the moment. It's still dragging on, but that's because Pulsechain has really influenced Hex at the moment in particular. And so we just have to wait for that to play out. That's all we got to do. Just hodl, be patient, chill with the homies, as it were. And that's I watch too many gangster movies, honestly. No, I don't watch. I haven't watched a gangster movie for ages, but you get my point. Probably the last gangster movie was what did I watch? What's that classic movie? I just forgotten it. Damn it! I'll try and remember. Hex Token says, "Me too." Every bartender. Yeah. The Wanderers. I was thinking about The Wanderers. Have you guys ever? Let me know in the movie if you've seen The Wanderers. It's an old one. It's a classic. It's a true classic. I wish they could do a good remake, but they have to cast it right. We know Hollywood is so bad at casting these days. A couple of movies are well cast, but most of the time they're not very well cast. I love gangster movies, says J-Man. Scarface. Yeah, Scarface, it's hardcore. You are my homie, sick man. No matter what, says Jonathan. Nice one, Jonathan. Appreciate that. Ditto on that one. No. Goodfellas. That says Brazology. Goodfellas. Yeah, no, I was thinking of The Wanderers. There was two classics, The Wanderers and The Warriors were the two classics. But The Wanderers was particularly good, I think. I think they had to go through like Harlem and through all the parts of New York there, and they had to go on a train. I think that's the movie. It's either The Warriors or The Wanderers, one of the two. Yeah. Goodfellow is number one. Goodfellow. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've seen it. I'll try and look that up. Goodfellow. Okay. I just started Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders. Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. And Creep says, are you going to be in the highest of stakes? No. We'd love to see you in that. Would be cool. No, Creep. I think they're going into post-production now, which means that they've probably done most of their filming. When they go into post-production, they often do some, they do extra filming, but it's only if they want to, they've got something that they realize they need in there, or there's something big happens, or they want to get another shot of something. I think that's how post-production works. Hex to 0.008 cents or what's it, man? Well, it's possible that we could get something like that just as our final tank. But at this stage, we're still humming over. We're still in the support area here. This 10 to 11.5 cent range, still offering support. So we'll see. Richard gives certain type of news if he signals certain types of things with confidence later. Then like that down here towards the end of April, we might it might start moving that up higher. Now I don't know. Some people have a little bit more inside information, like Kinetics. I think because they're developing products and stuff like that, they have a little bit of insights and stuff like that, and they talk to each other. So we'll see where the stuff comes at there. I don't think from what I can see, the Hex Investment Trust hasn't bought anything yet, but maybe it takes them 3 or 4 weeks to process stuff and get it up and running. So we'll definitely be patient with that. Hopefully he'll give us some news around about that. They typically, after they've started buying, is probably the case. Oh, I forgot to end the poll. Sorry about that. 10 minutes ago now. All right, we're going to end the poll now. 10 minutes. There we go. All right, I forgot the poll was up there. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That is truly embarrassing. All right, so would you sell your PLS or PLX for 100x, 75%, 001, 15%, 0003, 10%, and 0005, 0%. 10% of sellers. What's that? Two people in that one. Okay, cool. We love honesty on the chat. Who says they need you? They said that they need you. Yeah. I'm sure they've got lots of great people there, Queef, on the show. There's so many. Like I said, someone reckon there was probably 100 content creators in the Hex Pulsechain, Hex community. I don't know how many are dedicated. What do you reckon? I reckon probably 40, maybe 40. That's a huge, right? That's a big number. Don't get me wrong, but there's probably maybe 40 that are pretty regular. I know that some of the big ones have taken a bit of a hiatus, but they're so ranked so well in the YouTube space. Some channels are better ranked for algorithms than others, so I'm not sure. If you understood the algorithm, you'd know why some channels do better than others. So it's just the way it goes. When you get into doing YouTube and you start thinking about these things, you're like, some channels look like they get gatekept, and that's why I said if you play like a copyright thing, like I played just that little bit of music the other day, and then YouTube started gatekeeping my videos after that. Hopefully they seem to have stopped doing it at the moment, so hopefully that will be better. Hex says, I like how Richard Hart said that he might be doing a live stream when he releases PLS. Yeah, that was the interesting, but the Hex Godturtle, but that doesn't stop him from talking about a block height coming out. So that was really interesting. That's probably the other thing. There was 3 things I think were really good. Was obviously about the launch time. The other thing was about the centralized exchange that I remember, and the other one was around about the fact that I could suddenly be doing a live stream, and there it is. So let's get a bit. Let's hear from Richard Hart. Let's watch the timeline. I think he talks about that in the timeline video, which is the one we've been playing. So let me just. I'll just silence the ducks for a minute, and we'll hear from Richard Hart himself. It's always nice to see a bit of Richard Hart in the house. Here we go.
Those were done now. Like I could just set a date, but like until those stupid sacrifice totals are finished. As soon as the sac totals are done, man, we're so close because the bridge works great. It's got
so when the sac totals are done, what's how much time after that? You don't just give me an estimate.
I'm trying. You want me to think about it? Give me a second.
I'll get it out of him, guys.
If we've got the event reporting and the node fixed, which I think that'll get fixed before sac totals is done, which is funny. And I think even if that event reporting was wrong, you could still go to mainnet anyway without it. Just people will be missing a little bit of data that you could fix later. I mean, I got to talk to him more about that, exactly how mission critical that particular report is. I mean, look, man, once sack totals are like done and published, it feels like 2 weeks.
2 weeks after sack totals.
I mean, I'd like to be done in 4 weeks. Like, I'd like mainnet to be in 4 weeks, but every time estimate I've ever given has been wrong, and I've been telling you they would be wrong ahead of time because I know how this goes. No one would have ever expected sack totals would take this long. That's supposed to be the easiest part. Like, measure how much people sacrifice. That should be the easiest thing. And then you're like, wow, oddly enough, it's not. That sucks. But then the super hard stuff, like bridge, it's like it's been done forever. You're like, so a lot of times the easy stuff ends up being hard. Hard stuff ends up being easy. I mean, we're so close, man. And you can tell because the test net works. Like, you can go use it. It's been working for a long time now. It's just that, like, you could even if we had consensus bugs, you could fix those and patch those. But like, you can't rewrite the totals. That you can't do. So we have to get the sacrifice totals right up front. And consensus bugs, the network's been running too long. We're not likely to have anything like that. Yeah, so I mean, 2 weeks after the sack total seems fine. But it would just, the only two other things are like, really just that event thing, and then like DevOps, just making sure that everything is robust, because you're going to get a lot of load. Like, world's largest airdrop,
It's going to be crazy.
Get a lot of load. You're going to get loaded up. So the people that are running servers have to be ready for like redundancy, you know. But like, even if there was downtime, as long as the downtime is just a pause, no one really cares. So like in crypto, when you have a downtime, when is that most harmful? If people are leveraged up and they're going to get liquidated now unfairly because they can't add margin, they can't add collateral. That's not fair. But we're not going to have any margin trading off the bat, so it doesn't really matter. And then if people's balances like got miswritten or overwritten, that would be pretty tragic. But that's never even happened. Like, that would, like, in EVM chains, I don't think that's ever happened. You could say like an Eclipse attack happened on Verge that like rolled back 6 months of transactions or something. That would be like a huge rewrite problem. But then you could fork before that block anyway and keep the old state. Like, I'm just going through like a parade of imaginary horribles. I don't think any of that crap's going to happen. I think we're going to have our fork, and I think everything's going to run fine. But I'm not going to be sitting in a launch party just in case. I'm not going to be like, oh, I got to reboot some crap. Oh man, gonna have to leave the party. Gotta see you guys. There's a million things you could do on Pulse testnet right now, and you should be doing them, because look, man, one day I'm gonna be doing this live stream, and it's gonna be, we're up, we're live, and you're gonna be like, oh crap, now I have to learn everything. Learn it now, man, because we are close, dude. We are really, really, really close.
Yeah, so there we are. Richard Hart himself, exactly what you said there. So that's pretty intriguing. But like I said, you know, I still think there's going to be stuff around the block height. Yeah, cool insight there. James Bond says, I got a good VHS tape collection. Missed the old VHS player with the cord remote. Yeah, that's funny, man. That's funny. We've got one too. Yeah, we've got some of our old stuff. Like people that are using their phones now to like vlog and stuff like that. We used to do that on the video recorder, right, and have VHS tapes. We've got stuff of us doing skits around the house and stuff, like really cool stuff, and it's all on the VHS. No posting to the internet and becoming a vlog celebrity as a teenager or something. Jonathan Capella says selling at a 100x means you have no vision in your mind, says Jonathan. That's true too. Sachin says, I don't know, man. Well, we had the poll results there. Poll results, we had 75% 100x higher. We had 15% at 001, 10% at 0010, and nothing at 05. I forgot that I actually read that. Lies says RH for the win. I agree with that one there, Lies beneath. Hashtag never selling from Hex Nutter. I like that. That's super bullish. Hex God to us says, I love how his mind works so far ahead, thinking about doing his own country to solve a problem. Yeah. And I'm moving to a libertarian land. Yeah. Nice one, James. Sachin says, I think it's going to take a month for SAC totals alone. I think they're going to have to make some tough decisions on the edge cases. I think that probably 99% is pretty good. I think they'll just have to make some tough decisions on that. They should be able to hit most of the 1%, and then there'll be a couple, I don't know how many, 100, 200, I don't know, that will just get denied because there's just no really easy way of addressing their sacrifice, using really crappy tokens, that have no value, stuff like that. Hex Turtle says, yep, right there, live stream up now. Yep, right there, live stream up now. What's that about? Oh, yeah. You're talking about the live stream, that you did. Cool. How we doing? How we doing for time? An hour 54. All right, we're going to wrap up in 5 minutes. So we're going to just chill out for 5 minutes, 2 hour live stream. Pretty good, I reckon. If you missed out, if you were watching, just come in, check out the presentation at the beginning. We looked at why MrBeast would love Pulsechain. And so if you're from the MrBeast, you're following MrBeast, share the word out there in the community. And Pulsechain's coming, biggest airdrop in crypto history. If you've got assets on Pulsechain, on Ethereum, you're going to get copied over to Pulsechain. And of course, they're going to start off at 0. Then there's going to be some price discovery, and they'll probably end up being worth something if you're lucky. So very, very cool. The other thing, of course, is because of this price discovery, it gives an opportunity for people that aren't on the Ethereum chain also to seek out some pretty cool opportunities when the chain launches. So very, very nice. MrBeast looks pretty happy too with the Pulsechain eyes, bling bling as it calls. So definitely check out that at the beginning of the video. The links to the presentation is in the video description, which is cool. And Hex price, we're looking at that moment, 11.7 cents. Hedron at 1,731. So a little pump there on the hourly. Are we finishing with green candles? Not quite on the Hex price. We almost were there. We almost had it. James Bond says, good luck for the trade. Yeah. So we've just done a trade. We're trying to get to $1 million on, it's a fantasy trade. So the money's not real, but we're trying to get to $1 million on our thing. We're up to 800,000. We started with 100,000 up to 800,000, and we're trying to get to $1 million on the test net there. And it's really about just encouraging people to use PulseX and get familiar with it so that you can trade with confidence. Trade with confidence, as we say. Let's have a look at what it's worth at the moment. We'll put in our USDC that we had before, and let's have a look here. Bam. Still sitting at 800,000 on that one, but if we add that on, let's go to Hex, 836,000 on Hex. Not too bad. 5% slippage. What else we got going there? And let's switch it out. We got Pulse. Let's put Pulse in. 813,000 on Pulse. So it looks like we've got a bit of arbitrage opportunity there. 0.34% slippage. So it looks like a pretty safe trade. That's already 13,000, but we're after 264,000. We are going to stay the trade. Let's see how we get on tomorrow for the live streams. I think that's probably the appropriate time to see whether we made a profit or not over 24 hours. It's got to said, yep, let us know before you sell so we can front run you. Yeah, I bet you are, X got Diddle. You'll be looking out for the trade. You probably got a little bot, written a little bot out to nab the opportunity. That would be hilarious. Let's check Richard Hart finally, just to see if Richard Hart's got anything for us to know. Let's see. So he's always posting stuff. Randomly try to get those off the press. Part 2. Oh, okay. What was that? 1 hour ago. Sci-Vive. This is Wild SJ now. She was on. She's doing Sci-Vive, an audio book she does on YouTube. So definitely check her out. And she was live on Gen Hex, I think, panel the other day. It was pretty cool seeing content creators there. Cool. So check that out. New chapter just uploaded, chapter 4. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if they have a link there. I'll copy the link and paste it in the chat there if you want to check out Sci-Vive. Bam. And there, check that out. Quiff said, I tried getting some Algo for the free money trade, but it didn't work out. So that's planned, lol. Yeah, well, that's why it's good testing it around, Quiff, so you get some used to it. I think sometimes it just estimates higher than it actually gives you. And something like that, I said, would get a free money. And then I tried swapping it right away. It was actually losing money. Yeah, got to be careful. That's why you've seen me back out of stuff there, Quiff, because it's I have the same issue there. Good night, everyone. Good streaming. Cowabunga says Hex Turtle. Absolutely. Great scene, says Hex Huddle. As always, Superman, thank you. Good night from California. You too. I'll leave it on the Hex price on the way out. If you're a Hex Token channel member, smash out the emojis on the way out. And special thanks from me. It is 2 hours. We're up to 2 hours and 40 seconds time. It'll be 2 hours. Bam. All right. Little smiley face and bam on that. James Bond says, thank you, Superman. And I've got thanks for watching. Once again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. If you want to join as a member, hit the join button. We've got Pulsechain, Hexkins, and Richard Heart Club. Big shout out to all the members as well. I'm going to post some emojis. Let's have a look here. It's dinner time for me in New Zealand. It's pretty late, but 7 o'clock, 7:15 in the evening here on Tuesday the 12th. So in the future. Cool. Right, post some emojis. Nice. All right. I thought I was going to sneeze. I didn't. That's just the way we go. We've got all the emojis in the house. Thanks for taking care, says Lies Beneath. Peace out, says it's now. And Queef says, thank you so much for everything. Again, you're the best, man. I appreciate that, Queef. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. Take care.